Welcome everybody. Today we're going to be going ahead and showing you how to paint a duck decoy. As you can see here, we've got a mallard decoy that's got some definitely wear and tear on its beak here, on its feather area, and a lot of different chip paint here and just very faded. So, if you go ahead and repaint your duck decoys, you're going to have a lot better success hunting out there. So, first thing I did, actually not on camera, was I went ahead and cleaned this off real good, with a paper towel and wet paper towel, and just made sure I cleaned it off real good and dried it. Got all any and all dirt and dust off there, just to make sure that the paint is going to stick really well. Our next step here is I'm going to go ahead and show you our supply list. And basically what we've got today is we've got some flat white oil-based paint that's going to be used to paint the neck and some of the feather areas. We've got some black spray paint. We've got earth brown spray paint. We've got green spray paint for the head. And here we've got some khaki spray paint. And then yellow spray paint here for the beak. So that's what we've got for paints. We've got about a 1/4 inch here thick of masking tape, a little bit thicker masking tape. We've got a paintbrush and a box cutter. So those are our supplies. And the first thing we're going to go ahead and do is actually take our 1/4 inch masking tape and cover up the neck and side feather areas here, because we're going to come back and paint those later. So just go ahead and take out some of that, and we're just going to wrap that around the neck just as best as we can. And again, really what we're trying to do here is just mark the area that we're going to be painting later with that white paint. Get these two sides real quick. There. There. Same the other side, and then we'll have to hit the tail feather as well with a little bit of this tape. So, as far as the supply list goes, guys, we're actually gonna, in our video notes, you'll be able to link out to our website. I'll have our complete supply list out there, so you have that as well, and step-by-step instructions here too, in case you don't want to, sit through the video. If you got questions during it, you can actually print out a detailed step-by-step instructions. But there we go. We've got those side feathers in the neck. Now I just need to get this tail area with that tape real quick. And we'll be ready to start spray painting here in just a moment. All right, so that's good right there. And one more little piece. All right, there we go, we're all set. So the first, get these out of the way a little bit. I'm gonna start off with our, we got our khaki spray paint. So we're gonna start off with that, and we're actually gonna hit these feather areas. And what you're gonna wanna notice is just do little light spurts at kind of an angle. Just like that. All right, we got that done here. So we're gonna just come back a little bit more on that side. Make sure we get them good. And do it about a 45-degree angle. That's great, because then you're gonna get a little bit of that spray back into the other areas and make it look really nice. So we got that first layer done. We're gonna go ahead and let this dry actually for probably about 10 or 15 minutes, and then we'll be right back. 45 minutes to an hour later, and we've let this decoy dry off quite a bit on the side. So our next step now is actually gonna be go ahead and cover up these areas with some masking tape, because we're gonna go ahead and do our black paint and also our brown paint on the front. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tape these off using some masking tape. Trying to do our best to just stay along the lines here, getting as close as we can to cover up that brown. And a real duck's wings are, or feathers, kind of, spread all over the place too. So I mean, you just want to have a kind of a natural pattern to how you're doing this. Get these covered up. Okay, we're just about good on this side. We got a couple more pieces left here, and we'll get the other side. Okay, we got good there. Go ahead and pick this side up. Alright. Getting close. You can sometimes even just bend the tape kind of like that. They're covered. And probably one more piece here. All right, so now that we got that area covered up, we're gonna go ahead and paint the back with some of the black spray paint. You know, I always like to try to do this paint with short bursts just to make sure that I'm not getting too much on at one time and kind of have some time to adjust. So just light little bursts like that. And as you can see by the wings up here, I'm kind of leaving it dust so it kind of will blend in as we go to the front with the brown. Pretty good. You want to make sure that you hit kind of all those angles to get in that feather area. So I think we're looking pretty good there. I'm going to move on and hit the front with some paint. I'm just going to use actually a paper or a plastic bag, kind of cover up the decoy head a little bit as I hit it with brown. Again, just short little bursts at an angle. Try not to get too much on it anyway. All right. Get a little bit in that middle section. And just make sure we got a decent coating all the way around. Perfect. So we'll let this sit for a little bit and then we will come back and paint the head. After it's dried for a while, I am going to get it ready to paint the green head area. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna tape off the eyes and just keep them, you know, as black as they are. I'm not gonna probably actually worry about painting them black, but just tape them off. Oh, let me get another piece here. Okay, that side, that side. And I'm gonna go ahead and tape off the beak as well, just to keep it. I mean, we're gonna paint it anyways, but we're gonna do this just to try to keep it as separate as possible and make a nice line. Grab my green spray paint here. Nice coating. Perfect. That part was quick and simple, so now we'll let that dry. Our head is pretty dry in this decoy, so we're going to go ahead and take off the tape that is covering the bill. gonna cover a decent portion of this head to get ready to paint that. And I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect again here. It's more just to make sure that we've got, you know, that section that's real close covered. We'll do this on both sides. But we're getting close to having this decoy done here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna paint some of the side feathers and we should be real close. I'm just gonna put a piece right here too. All right, now I'm gonna take our yellow spray paint and hit that as good as we can, making sure we're not getting it on any other part of the decoy. Looking pretty good here, just about done. And we're good on that part for now. We'll let that dry a little bit here. And I'm gonna take off these side pieces of tape that we used earlier to kind of mark that section of white. So we're going to use our paintbrush to get that piece painted. Same with over here. Get those two pieces off. And you know, that tape was just nice to be able to see where that white is so we can come back and paint that. Same with back here. There we go, we've got that tape removed. And now I'm taking our flat white oil-based paint and our paintbrush. Get some paint on there. Okay. Just get over where that was before and do that on both sides. And some of that is actually taped below there, so you don't really have to worry too much on that bottom side because we've already got tape there, so it's not going to go farther than we want. Get this tail section. Okay. Get that pretty good there. See, I need to do a little touch up right here. Okay, and we got most of that. Now I'm going to try to take this tape off around our neck a little bit here so I can actually paint that as well while we're waiting for that head to dry. Peeling this tape back. And I'm going to paint around the neck. Okay. We'll see that once we're done here. It's gonna look pretty nice. So we're gonna let this dry for a little while and then we'll take off the tape shortly. Now we are gonna go ahead and take off the tape and take a peek at what we've got underneath here. Some of that white paint is still drying a little bit, but that's all right. We'll just remove this. See, we're definitely looking like we've got this looking better than what it did when we started. All right, get this off the head. All right, here we go. So, as you can see, much better. This is gonna be a lot better to hunt over this season. If you wanna have these instructions, just visit our website at howtofixduckandgoosedecoys.com. We'll have free printable instructions for you there. And also on our website, we have setup tips for how to set up your duck and goose decoys. Thank you for watching our video.